Welcome to Winkin Sports Complex for some Tuesday evening softball action. Glad to be back. My name is Will Cavanaugh. I'm with Ivan Tibbetts. It's a little rainy, cloudy day out here, but hey, we're going to play some softball on the turf baseball field, which is beautiful today. Ivan, we got the Husson University Eagles versus the Bates College Bobcats. Anything you can say about the Bobcats?
Yeah, let's take a look at Bates here. They're 14-10, 6-6 in the NESCAC, batting .294 as a team. Coming off a two-game series at Hamilton where they lost 1-3 in Game 1 and 4-6 in Game 2. Game 1, they out-hit Hamilton, had opportunities but couldn't break through. Game 2, they tried to come back, scoring 3 in the 7th, but just fell short.
Thanks. Bates, obviously from Lewiston, Maine. This would be a good little non-conference game, but always any NESCAC school in Maine versus Husson is always a small rivalry. You always want to get a win if you're Husson. For Husson, they just came off a doubleheader weekend series sweep against University of Thomas College, and 2-0 against them, which two good wins. I mean, they fought both games. I watched both of them, and Thomas is solid this year for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So those are two.
Saw some great pitching, too.
For sure. I mean, they're two very solid wins. Today, we have Sky Johnson on the mound for the Eagles, who has been outstanding this year. She is a tough transfer, so a NESCAC product who maybe has faced Bates before. This year, she's 8-3 with 78 innings pitched, with a 1.71 ERA and opponent's batting average of .242. So very solid, and she throws hard. She's got plenty of different pitches. We'll see what she throws at Bates today. For Bates,
for Bates, we got Delaney Rankin.
the captain.
Captain. Coming off the year so far, she's 9-3 with a 1.35 ERA and 83 innings pitched. She has allowed 64 hits, 16 earned runs. She's only walked 30 batters and 85 Ks. Very efficient.
She also hits a little bit. She has for her career, she hits 200, but 31 hits and a home run, so she can hit too. It looks like she is in the lineup today.
Yeah, we see a lot of these pitchers that they have. They also hit as well. I noticed when I was going through looking at their stats and stuff.
Very impressive. I will go through each lineup really quick. For Bates, I have Emma Yen playing third, Ella Mayer playing shortstop, Zairin Anderson. I don't want to just so you guys know, there will be some names I'm going to struggle with today, for sure. I got Isabel Betancourt, Sienna Peshovich, Grace Househotter, Delaney Rankin, Sophie Garber, Mirisora Hashiramoto, and Maddie Miller playing second. So there's going to be some names me and Ivan are going to struggle through with, we got the voiceovers, which should be good. And for Husson, kind of the normal. Cameron King playing center, Tatiana Biambi playing left, Willa McKay playing catching, who has had a great year this year. Julie Gagar, former all-conference first team, playing third. Tori Exel playing first, who's also had an outstanding year.
Seeing beach balls right now.
She is. Kiera McLeod, right field. Lexi Valinsky playing second. Lindsey Reed, DHing. Lydia Rice playing shortstop. And Sky Johnson, like we mentioned, pitching. We will be right back in about 2 minutes as they do introduction to the national anthem. Thanks for joining us again. are back here at Winkin Sports Complex as the Husson University Eagles are about to host the Bates Bobcats from Lewiston, Maine in a doubleheader softball action here on a cloudy, cold Thursday evening.
It's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday evening. Shoot. Ivan, like you said, what can we expect from the Bobcats?
I see one player that stuck out to me was Isabel Betancourt. She's batting .456 on the year. She has 8 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 27 RBIs. I mean, she is leading this team in almost everything on the stat category-wise. So I think she's going to be a big factor for the Bobcats tonight. I'm
looking to see Sky Johnson just do what she does and absolutely mowed some of these hitters down. I mean, 1.71 ERA is just ridiculous, and she throws heat. She has a little curveball. She has a changeup. I mean, it's very impressive what she does.
Nasty changeup.
So we were about to get started. Let's see what goes on with Emma Yen leading off, the lefty.
I wonder how it's going to be playing on turf.
I know, it's definitely different for them. I mean, they've been playing on the other field off and on this year just because of the weather and the cold and the mud. It hasn't been great. So let's see. I think this is probably their first game here since last year.
Yeah, I haven't seen any games at home.
Gogar at third, already in, watching the lefty bunt. And we're going to get started here. Johnson with the first pitch.
Ball.
Really? Called ball one.
That looked good.
Yen from Tokyo, Japan. No, I lied to you. She is from
Alberton, New York.
Alberton, New York.
You're on one already.
I am. Hashira Omoto is from Tokyo.
A lot of New York.
Yeah, no, there has been, in NESCAC schools especially. That is called ball 2.
Yen's been 303 on the year. 4 doubles, a triple, 4 RBIs.
6 for 6 on stolen bases, too. So she obviously can run, and probably from the lefty spot, rolls down a few bunts here and there. And the third baseman isn't paying attention. Sneaky power, though. 2 home runs in her career. I mean, for a utility player, it's pretty impressive. 2-2 count now. Yen fouled the last one off. There's the payoff pitch, and she fights one off. Just a little half swing there to fight it off the low and away pitch.
Those bats got some pop to them. Like a half swing like that, and that still carried pretty far, even if it was foul. But
I'm wondering how the pitching is compared to the grass for a softball pitcher.
Yeah, turf versus grass.
Yeah. There's a payoff pitch and a little slow ground ball to Exel, and they call it a foul ball.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if, you're not allowed to wear cleats on turf usually, aren't you?
I mean, I think it depends. I'm going to guess they probably do have their cleats on because that is called ball 3. We got a full count early and often. I mean, Yen really battling early for the Bobcats against Johnson. That's what they're going to have to do to take down Sky Johnson today.
She has 14 walks in the air, so she does have a good eye, clearly.
There's a payoff pitch. Another ground ball to Exel, and Exel taps the bag for the first out of the inning. Great at bat, though, by Yen.
Great at bat. Very
solid. That's what you need from a leadoff hitter. Ella Maher, captain from Newtown, Mass. 260 career average, but 340 this year with 5 doubles and a home run. So very impressive this year so far. That is called strike 1. She's playing shortstop, so she's been very solid in the field this year. Plenty of putouts I've looked at. I mean, shortstop and hitting 340 is pretty impressive. That is ripped to Julia Gregar at third, and Gregar makes the easy out at first, making it look easy so far. The Eagles in the on the defense. Another hard hit ball though to third base. Good play, and I mean, most of the time I feel like the turf probably is a little easier to field.
Yeah.
But I think when it's wet though, there could be skips, and those are two good plays so far.
I mean, it'll definitely roll faster.
For sure.
But you also won't have those crazy hops like if it hits a rock or something.
Yep. Zaire Anderson, sophomore, batting third today. She's playing center field. 1-1 count. That is called ball 2.
Anderson 351 on the year, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 17 RBIs. Only struck out 6 times so far.
That's impressive. Got the makeshift backstop today to make it a little smaller because we are on the baseball field today, so we will see how this goes. I don't think doesn't seem like much too different. Oh, ripped up right back up towards Johnson for a single. Great piece of hitting there by Anderson with a base hit right to center field to get the Bobcats going with 2 outs. Looked like a fastball, and she just got on top of it for a rip right back up the middle. Johnson couldn't get a glove on it early enough. That's how you get a 2 outs going.
That wakes you up, too.
For sure.
Holy, that comes right back at you.
Isabel Betancourt, the catcher, now up. 456 she's hitting, and that is ripped up the middle. But Lydia Rice with a great play in the middle infield at shortstop to tag the second base for the 3rd out of the inning. She made that look very easy on a hard-hit ground ball.
Couldn't ask for anything better right there.
For sure. And that is 3 outs, and we will be moving to the bottom of the 1st inning. Thank you again for joining us at Winkin Sports Complex. We will take a 30-second break. And we are back at Winkin Sports Complex on the turf. And after the bottom of the top of the 1st, we are heading to the bottom of the 1st with King, Biambi, and McCabe due up for the Eagles, the top of the order, obviously. And this top 5 hitters this year has just been insane for the Eagles.
No, you have Exel seeing beach balls right now. I mean, King is a great leadoff bat, great speed too. We saw her in the Thomas series make some great plays again in center.
Let's see what Delaney Rankin can do on the mound for the Bobcats this year. She has a 1.35 ERA, very impressive. I mean, these 2 pitchers, we could be headed to a duel today, Ivan.
Oh, yeah.
King, the righty, steps up for the first at-bat today for the Eagles. It's called ball just inside. Both pitchers seem to be working quick, which is always I feel like softball pitchers especially try to get in that rhythm early. Yeah. Really get going. That is called strike 1. King almost swung the bat, but didn't like it. It was a little up. Kind of a chest high, I think, for the first strike of the at-bat. It's sometimes a no-swing for sure.
You want to get her on. She has 13 stolen bases already this year.
Just pulls that back a bunt. That's strike 2. I mean, like you said, 13 stolen bases, so she's every game, ready for a bunt, too. Could happen at any time. There's the payoff pitch. And that is ripped to deep left center, way back, and foul, but it is caught at the fence. That would have been foul ball by a few feet, but a great play by the left fielder. Sienna Pestrofenovic. I'm going to get that name wrong a few times. I'm going to keep trying. I listened to it a few times, but we'll get it. Great play out there by the left fielder, though.
She had to track that one down just a little bit.
I mean, the wind seemed to push it a little left, and it was almost a warning track, but great play in deep left. Tatiana Biambi, the Husson's left fielder, is now up, who's had a very solid career here and a very solid 2025 campaign.
314 on the year.
That is swing and a miss. 1-1. Just a little ahead of that one. It looked like a changeup by Rankin. Very impressive.
Yeah, this is going to be a pitcher's duel.
Seeing the high fly ball be caught is always a good thought for the pitcher to relax and see it out early. That is grounded to shortstop. A little pump fake and thrown out there. Great play there.
I wonder if the ground's right. Why she had to.
Maher made a great play. She did pump fake a little bit. I wonder if she just, because the wet. Yeah, the wet. But still made the play. Two great plays by shortstops first inning. Now what? Bula McCabe, the catcher, who is another great career here at Husson. All-conference first team 2 years in a row. Looking for 3. She's a career 304 hitter with 59 RBIs and 95 hits. She has 2 home runs this year. She is a great leader also in the clubhouse, is what I've been hearing from the coach many times. Everyone loves Bula McCabe. See what she can do here at the plate. The 1-1 count. Rankin looking like she's pitching to contact, but nothing crazy. I like it.
Yeah, I think we're going to be definitely in for a pitcher's.
And that is ripped to right field. High fly. And caught by the right fielder for the third out. 3 bats on balls for the Eagles, but 3 outs for Rankin and the Bates Bobcats. So that is 3 up and 3 down as we go to the top half of the second inning. We will be right back. And we are back at Winkin Sports Complex for the top half of the second inning. As 3 up and 3 downs for both teams to start the game. Sky Johnson looks to attack.
Just caught the outside there.
This looks like Sienna Pietrasisovic.
Yeah, that's a tough name.
Who was hitting 247 with 2 doubles this year in a 3-bagger actually too, and that is grounded back to Johnson. Johnson smoothly backhands it and throws the out.
Nothing better right there. Easy out.
Now up number 13, Grace Hausholter, who is hitting 364 with 4 triples this year, which is, I mean, she must have speed then. She plays right field, so I mean, she has to have speed.
Oh, yeah.
That's very impressive. I don't know how many guys or girls in either sport, baseball or softball, have 4 triples in a year. It's pretty impressive. And a swung on a miss for strike 1.
Seems like she is a very patient batter too. She has 5 walks on the year. 13 RBIs.
That is called strike 2. 1-2 now. Johnson working quickly. Looks like the turf mound is not affecting her at all so far.
No.
Rankin, it didn't seem to either, so that's a good sign. There's a payoff pitch. And strike 3, swing and a miss. That is 2 down early and often for Sky Johnson.
Very efficient so far. Couldn't ask for anything better right there.
Rankin now is going to go against Sky Johnson, the captain, Delaney Rankin, who was also on the mound. From Harrison, Maine, so a Maine product. 1 home run in her career, so she can hit and pitch. Another righty for the Bobcats. It's called strike 1. Kat McKay, the 3rd season as the Bobcats head coach. She also coached at Farmington. That is a hard ground ball to third base, Gregoire, and bobbles it, but then makes the play. Another great play by the Husson Eagles infield, making it look easy on another hard ground ball. And that is 3 up, 3 down early and often. I mean, how many pitches is that? 8, 9?
Is that, yeah, I think it was.
At most?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5
pitches.
pitches. Pretty impressive. Sky Johnson working smoothly and efficiently. And we'll stay right here because this is moving right along.
Yeah.
What do we need from the Husson Eagles
I think
this time up?
really like to see at least a base runner this inning. And then just really got to attack the batter more. We didn't really see too many pitches last inning. I mean, it was really efficient by Rankin. So I think you got to work some counts a little bit, maybe get a couple base runners and have that'll lead to a great inning for them.
I mean, like you said, she's working smoothly too, just like Johnson. So we'll see. I think Husson's got to be a little more patient. I mean, they got bat on ball 3 times, so you can't complain about that. But we'll see how they approach this inning as we get right into it. There's Gregoire, who just made the play at third, who has been so short-handed at third this year, who's also hitting .382 with 11 RBIs, a triple, and 5 doubles this year. So, and she has 4 home runs in her career. So she has just been doing it all, and she won NAC Player of the Year last year. So pretty impressive. Player of the Week, I think. Yeah, Player of the Week at 324. Pretty impressive. That's called All One Low. Gregoire from Lyman, Maine, a grad student. Like I mentioned, NAC All-East Conference first team last year. That is fouled off. Just a player that Eagles coach Rick Roberts can look to for a big hit or a big play in the field at all times.
Seems like the first baseman's pushing in a little bit. I don't know if she's expecting like a slap bunt maybe towards her.
On the outside corner for strike 2. That is a great pitch on the outside corner. Last year against Bates, Husson went 2-0 with a 9-5 win and a 3-0 win. Kenzie Dorr hit a home run in game 1. That is fouled off. Back towards the football locker room. Not a lot of wind, which is nice, but it is not very warm.
Yeah.
Just a cool April cloudy day here in Bangor. Payoff pitch and fouls off another one. Gregoire is fighting. She seems to be a little behind it. Rankin's fastball is blistering.
Yeah,
for sure.
It definitely is.
There we go. Another payoff pitch for Rankin to the cleanup hitter of the Husson Eagles. And that is a high fastball for strike 3, swing and a miss. Great pitch by Rankin.
First strikeout for her on the name.
That wasn't really much pitch into contact. That was fired by like an Aroldis Chapman high fastball. Now, Tori Exel, who has been just unreal for the Eagles in her career. North Berwick product, a senior. All-conference first team last year. And most doubles in a season in program history last year with 19. 5 home runs in her career, 3 this year. Hitting .423. First baseman can do it all. That is a big swing and miss. Rankin seems to go into the high fastball right now, trying to get the
I think that's like 3 in a row.
Husson Eagles to chase a little bit, which they have, and you have to get on top. You can't uppercut a high fastball like that. It's working right now. You have to get on top of it. And that is a 3rd in a row for strike 3. 3 fastballs blown by one of the best hitters in Husson history. Rankin off to a hot start this inning. 2 strikeouts in a row and 2 of the better hitters on Husson. Kieran McLeod, the right fielder, now up. And that is called strike 1.
She's playing 39 games last season. She batting .333 this year with a triple, a double, 11 RBIs, and she's had 5 walks. 12 stolen bases on her career, too, so she definitely has some speed.
As I seem... She's playing right today, but I've seen her play center and left before in my time at Husson, so anywhere in the outfield she can play. That is a high fly to right, short right field, foul ball. Bobcats can't track it down.
Feels like softballs move a lot more.
It's very fast.
Just because, like,
softball,
even
I
like
gotcha.
like foul balls, like you think they're going to be fair, and then it just always seems to like hook foul at the very end.
Here's the payoff pitch by Rankin. Another foul ball.
Besides that one,
back into the bleachers. Cloud fighting with 2 strikes, trying to get the Eagles first hit of the ball game. Pitchers duel so far.
Volinsky on deck.
That is high. That was the pitch that that Gregoire and Exel chased last 2 at bats. The high fastball. Guessing one of the teammates told McLeod to watch it. And there's another one that is just outside. And the count's now up to 2-2.
Very good here, working back into a 2-2 count now.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That is low. Great look by McLeod. This is a great fight here, especially for the Eagles with 2 outs. McLeod back up to a full count after an 0-2 count early.
This is a wonderful at-bat.
And that is called low for the first Walker Rankin. Great at-bat by McLeod to get it back on base. That is how you do it when you're down to count early. Fight off a few foul balls. See a few balls, and then just work your way back.
That's an at-bat the Eagles needed right there. That was
I agree.
Beautiful, beautiful at-bat.
Lexi Volinsky, the transfer from St. Joe's, right?
You know, you hate seeing that bat
Yes.
like that as a pitcher, though.
St. Joseph's, Connecticut. That was fouled off. Back. The runner on first. Rankin can't lose confidence after that walk. I mean, that was just a great at-bat by McLeod. Watch for a steal here. She might go.
I don't know, 2 outs. You really
you don't want to take a bat out of
take the risk, though?
You don't want to take the bat out of somebody's hand with a person on the first one of the game, but we'll see. We never know. 2-1 count now to Volinsky. It has high fly ball to the left. And caught for the 3rd out of the inning. No hits still for the Eagles, but a walk. So 1 runner left on base, but Rankin just doing a great job early and often. And we'll head to the top of the 3rd already. This game is flying by so far.
Yeah. Oh, you should not have said that.
Sky Johnson. Probably only going to take a few warm-ups. She has been in a very good rhythm so far.
I know, the last few outings, she's just been cruising through innings, and she has looked very good in those past few starts as well.
Should be number 16, Sophie Garber, up, who's been playing first base today. The junior from Wellesley, Massachusetts. 3 doubles this year. See if she can get the Bobcats going. Little meeting of the minds at the mound. Love that. I think the softball culture is one of the best cultures in sports. I feel like the attitudes and the fan. I don't know. The benches are always loud. It's always good.
No, you hear the cheers all the time.
For sure. That is grounded right to the second base, and that's made easy by Valinsky for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. Sky Johnson again on a good start for a quick inning. Now up. Mirasora Hashimoto, the designated hitter. She is from Tokyo, Japan. Shibuya-ku, Tokyo, Japan. She is a career 273 hitter with 1 triple this year. Sophomore. 1-1.
This is a young Bates team, too.
It is very young. That is fouled off. Right back to the backstop for strike 2. Looks like Johnson has found her rhythm again.
And it seems like they have everyone playing all year. I mean, everyone has recorded at least some type of stat.
Johnson with another count ahead with a low pitch just out of the zone for ball 2. And the drop third strike, she is out at first for a K for Sky Johnson with 2 outs.
Johnson's second K for the game.
Johnson now up to 80 strikeouts on the year so far.
Brings us back to the top. Yen 0 for 1 with a ground out.
Let's see if Emma Yen, the leadoff hitter, can do what leadoff hitters do and start something up for the Bobcats. A little half swing there, but that is called strike 2.
That's just a gross pitch.
Johnson just ahead in every count is just something that is such an underrated thing. Like, I mean,
Oh, yeah, you need to get ahead in counts.
throwing early strikes is just how you keep mowing the game along. And you can attack like she just did. She tried to go hard with the fastball, but, I mean, 1 miss, it's still 1-2.
Oh, yeah. 0-2. It's always a good time to give a waste pitch. Bet we're going to see some off speed, some nasty movement.
And you were right. For strike 3, Johnson just lighting it up right now. We're going right to the bottom of the 3rd. We will take a 30-second break. We'll be right back here at Winkin Sports Complex. And as I mentioned, both pitchers working quickly. Only a few warm-ups from Rankin. So we'll be right back. Leading off for the Eagles, number 7, Lindsey Reed, the DH. A all-conference soccer player, too. Very impressive athlete here at Husson from a local product, Carmel, Maine. Hitting .270 this year. And the umpire says she did not go for ball 1. See if the Eagles can get something going on Rankin. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
You know, Husson has a team batting .307 on the year with 8 home runs, 6 triples, 30 doubles, and the pitching staff's been pretty strong as a team. They're pitching an ERA of 2.44 got a 133 whip.
I mean, it was going to be tough to backpack the team from last year. I mean, that team was ridiculous last year. So, I mean, Coach has to be very pleased. Coach Rick Roberts, they have fought adversity this year so far, and I mean, not having a field consistently, having to practice on the lacrosse and baseball field. I mean, it's just been a fight for sure. But they have been at 15-9 so far, and already 2-0 in conference. I mean, great start for them this year.
Yeah.
We have a full count now to Reed after another foul ball. Husson hitters are doing a good job making it hard on Rankin, but haven't been able to get many people on base yet. Here's the payoff pitch. High ball to center field. And second baseman backs up and makes the play. Maddie Miller made her way all the way back to right center field, made the play for the first out of the inning. Lydia Rice, the shortstop, who is so short-handed at shortstop, but also has really came along as a hitter this year.
319 on the year, 3 doubles, triple, 7 RBIs, 2 hit-by-pitches.
All-conference second team last year. I mean, she can play anywhere, too, in the infield. But shortstop, she really has a confident glove there.
High fastball.
Big swing and a miss. That has definitely been Rankin's go-to, is the high fastball.
Mm-hmm.
See if the Eagles can start getting on top of it a little bit.
Such a hard pitch to lay off.
Foul it off for strike 2. Rankin ahead in another count. See if Rice from Winthrop can make a statement here for the Eagles. Another foul ball. Good fight now.
Something that the Eagles been doing good recently in the past couple innings is working back in counts that they get behind in. If you really want to swing the momentum quick, this is a good time. Get Rice on and then bring you back up to the top of the order.
And Rice looks at that one. Called strike 3. High fastball again.
Third strikeout for Rankin.
Back to the top for the Eagles. King, maybe we'll see a Rick Roberts bunt call with not a lot of runners on.
Yeah,
though.
Games like this where you're not hitting the best right now, I mean, a bunt is always a momentum shifter. Any situation.
Just to cause some chaos, maybe. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe he'll wait till somebody gets on to lay one down. We'll have to see. Good look there by King. Oh, no. It is called strike 1 on the outside corner.
Looks pretty high. Or looks high in my opinion, but.
Now 1-1.
Yeah, I think we'll let him get through this inning, and then
Fouled
probably
off.
if we go through a couple more hitters next inning, we might see a bunt just to try to liven up the bats a little bit for the Eagles.
One-two count here to King. Rankin with the windup and the pitch. That is a changeup. Swing and a miss by King for strike 3. Rankin has really found it for the Bobcats.
4 strikeouts now.
Very impressive pitching duel so far, Mr. Tibbetts.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think both teams have to do at the plate to get something going?
I mean, it's tough when you have two great, phenomenal pitchers on the mound. I mean, really, these games are awesome though. It's like these low-scoring pitching duels, but for the Eagles, I think next inning we'll see that bunt to wake him up. But
Sky Johnson takes a few warm-ups. Emma McCabe. From her knees throws one, a missile to second. Very impressive there. Not many people are going to try to steal on her today.
No.
For shortstop, Mar. Hello, Mar. Is how you pronounce it.
Mar?
Mar.
Mar. Oh. I don't know. I'm not good with names.
I'm not either. Got to get better at that for sure. She's also a captain from Newtown, Mass. Hitting .340 this year. That is popped up right to the center fielder. Made easy by Cameron King for the first out of the inning.
Hey, second inning in a row, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Anderson now back up.
She reached on a single back in the first.
The only hit, right?
Yeah.
For the Bates Bobcats.
Yeah, that is the only hit. Yeah. I think that's the only hit of the game.
I think you're right. Great piece of hitting, too. Right back up. Get on top of that fastball. That is called strike one. Johnson with the long windup in the pitch. And gets Anderson to chase.
That's just gross.
For strike two.
Fooled the batter right there.
For sure. I don't know if that was changeup or off speed. I don't know. It was definitely off speed, obviously.
Yeah. Had some movement.
And Johnson blows one by Anderson for strike three.
Picks up her 4th K now.
Isabel Betancourt, who is great hitter, .456 with 3 home runs this year. Let's see if she can get the Bobcats going. That is popped up to center. King runs onto it. And for the third outing, that's a 6-pitch inning for Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, we are seeing some effective and efficient pitching.
I mean,
by
there's
both
been
sides.
some good contact on a few, but just like you said, just very effective for both sides. And, I mean, sometimes when you pitch to contact, like, it seems like they've kind of mixed it up. Few times it looks like they're pitching to contact, and other times it just looks like they're picking their spots. Very impressive.
It would be kind of interesting if. I wonder how this game would be played if we were on the actual softball field.
I think that's a good point.
Wonder if we'd see anything different, or if it would still be a pitcher's duel.
Rankin warming up. I mean, like we mentioned, Johnson and Rankin have not had to do too much warming up.
I think that was like a 4 or 5 pitch warm up.
Tatiana Biambi back up for the Eagles, the left fielder.
Grounded out to shortstop her last at bat.
I think the Eagles got to start looking to get on top of the softball a little bit. Try to avoid the high fastball as much as possible. And just work the at-bats like they started to. Great spot there, though. That's a tough pitch to hit. Strike one on the outside corner. An old-fashioned pitching duel is what we have going right now. That's a good question too. I wonder what the how the batter's box is. I mean, obviously it can't be. Baseball plays on this every day. It can't be that bad, but I wonder if it just feels different for some of them.
I mean, you probably have a different batter's eye out in center that you're looking at. I mean,
definitely a change up for them for sure. 1-2 count. Biambi. That is fouled off over the Bates dugout. Rankin with the payoff pitch. That is popped up foul territory and caught by the second baseman. Great play there by Matty Miller. All the way from second base over the first baseman's head to make the play for the first out.
That was some distance covered right there.
For
See,
sure.
like right there, that would be foul in the softball field. Like, out
Oh,
of play.
no, for sure. And that's a very impressive play by Miller to get there for the first out of the inning. Catch McCabe back up. And another high fastball blown by an Eagle hitter.
Gabe in her last game was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Back against Thomas.
Always a good sweep against Thomas. That's fouled off, right? Can't beat a good sweep against the Terriers.
Good.
0-2 already. Rankin to McCabe. That is blooped out to center field. And off the glove of Anderson. Almost a heck of a diving play. I don't know if they will put that in as a hit or an error in center, but I would put that as a hit. I mean, that was a tough play for Anderson in center.
A tough play. We'll take a look at the live stats here.
McCabe with a long single, I think. But great effort by Anderson. I mean, diving play.
They did give her a single, so that's the Eagles' first hit of the game.
So breaks up the no-no through 3 1/3. So pretty impressive by Rankin. Let's see if the Eagles can build off this, though, with their cleanup hitter up. Anderson almost made a great play out there in center on the short right center field. Kind of a blooping line drive. Not like very hard hit, but great piece of hitting.
Definitely was tailing away on her, too.
I mean, it's probably wet, so a little less or more spin depending on how it's hit, how it slips off the bat. 1-1 count to Guar. That is ripped over the shortstop head for a true base hit. There we go. Now the Eagles got something going with 2 base hits by the 3rd and 4th spot hitter. With
bringing up a dangerous bat here.
The 5th and hottest hitter on the Husson Eagles right now. I mean, that bat is steaming hot. See if Tori Axel can bring somebody in with 2 ducks on the pond. We're going to have a Bula McCabe is going to come out just for the base running. Ella Hosford, who does a very good job in pinch hitting this year, has done it multiple times, will go to second. There's a lot of speed.
Right from Bucksport.
McCabe and Gregard did their job, so now Exel with a base hit to the outfield. Hosford might be able to score on a base hit, especially to right field.
Yeah, this is a situation, if you're Tori, you want to look opposite field, really want to score those runs.
See if Rankin can battle this first little bit of adversity that she's seen today.
Yeah, you want to cough that bottom half of the zone and really avoid the ground ball here, too, as well.
And there's the ground ball to second. They're looking at turn 2. There's 1. There's 2. But Exel runs through first to save the inning for the second out. So we got 1st and 3rd now with Kiara McLeod up. Exel did fight off that outside strike, but not the hardest piece of hitting there. Oh, she did push over Hosford to 3rd, so we'll see. Got to run her very much in scoring position. 2 outs for McLeod. 3rd baseman and 1st baseman in.
It's a huge at-bat right here.
Sure is. See if she tries to get another ground ball. That was fouled off hard down the right baseline.
Really want to give Johnson some run support behind her.
For sure. It's hard to keep it going for this long. 1-1.
First true cracks we've seen in Rankin. I mean, a couple missed pitches, which led to a couple of hits, but she's bounced back pretty well.
That isn't fouled off again down the right side and foul. Rankin now ahead, 1-2. See if she goes with her high fastball or maybe low with a changeup or something. That high fastball's been working, though.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to go right to it.
There it is. But that is popped up the center. Anderson makes the play for the third out of the inning. The Eagles, 2 hits, 2 left on base, but Rankin gets out of it with no runs given up. And we will be right back for the top of the 5th inning here at Winkin Sports Complex. Johnson moving right along, already in the pitcher's circle with number 7, Sienna Petrosevic.
There we go.
The left fielder. I think I got that one right finally. Petrosevic.
That was probably the best one right
I think
there.
it was.
Out of the 3 tries, that was the best one. Grounded out to the pitcher last at bat.
So 2 hits for the Eagles, 1 hit for the Bobcats. See if the Bobcats can get something going after time around the order and a half. And a swing and a miss with Petrosevic. First pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, Johnson is pitching very effectively. I mean, we're in the 5th inning already, and she's only been through the order fully once as she's making her way through the second time now.
Long windup and the pitch. Outside. Tried to get Petrosevic to chase. No can do. That is swung on and missed for strike 2. Let's see if Petrosevic changes up her approach a little bit, shortens the bat up.
Oh, yeah, choking up for sure.
And it's grounded back to the pitcher easily. Not the greatest throw by Johnson, but Exel makes a good scoop and play for the first out of the inning.
Second ground ball back to Johnson.
Householder up again.
0 for 1 with the strikeout. Back in the second.
Householder hitting .364 this year, like we mentioned earlier. Very solid behind on the plate. That's fouled off. Back to the backstop. That is fouled off back over the backstop for strike 2. See if Johnson goes to the low and away or the high fastball. Kind of the both signatures for both pitchers so far.
I'm saying she's going to go in on the hands here.
And you were right, she did. It's called ball. That was close, though. She did go high in the hands for 2-2.
Now this is where we see the outside. Outside breaking ball.
It's grounded down the left foul line. Foul.
2-2.
Payoff pitch. Fouled off again. Good battle here by Householter. Knowing she's got to get the Bobcats going with something. Another payoff pitch. That is grounded to the shortstop. Rice makes it look easy. Makes the play. Throws the first for the second out of the inning. And now Rankin, the pitcher, back up.
Last time we saw her in the batter's box, she grounded out to third. That's all back in the second. Didn't feel like it was like that long ago we were in the second inning.
Pitcher versus pitcher. Here we go. And a swung and missed by Rankin. Beats this year. 6-6 in NESCAC play. 14-10 overall. Very solid season so far. That is ripped right to the first baseman, Exel, but easy play. She didn't even have to move for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning here in the first game of this doubleheader. Game has gone by very fast. I'm okay with saying it now. See if Rankin makes her way back to the mound as she's thrown a heck of a game so far.
Oh, this is a big inning for the Eagles. This is the inning where you really want to take that momentum from last inning with those 2 hits and keep pushing with it.
Sometimes that's all you need, a little momentum. That's all you need.
Even if it is one or 2 hits, I mean, it's something.
Should be, who's leading off for the Eagles? Should be
It's, Garber. Nope, that's the wrong team. My bad. Valinsky,
second baseman. Valinsky from Berwick. GNAC All-Conference second team selection last year. Let's see if she can keep the Eagles' momentum going in the bottom of the fifth.
259 on the year.
It's a changeup called strike one. One and one count now. Rankin calmly. The pitch. High fly to the second baseman. And play's made easy. Calls off the shortstop. Makes the play.
Don't see that much. Second baseman calling off a shortstop.
It was right on the edge of where it should have been. Maddie Miller with another play. She's been very solid in the field today.
You know, we saw this coming. Coming into this, we said Skies with 1.71 ERA and a 1.35 for Rankin. Should have known this type of pitching duel is coming today.
You did say in the first inning that there was a good chance at it. Reed now up the DH. Fouled off. Quick. Down 0-2 to Reed.
She was down 0-2 in her last at bat, was able to fight it back to a 3-2 count.
In the windup. Called ball 1.
Only 3 hits all game for both sides.
That has popped up towards the catcher. And just out of play. I don't know if the catcher can go around the first.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say that. I was like, are they allowed to go behind those?
So we have a makeshift backstop right now because we're on the baseball field because the softball field wasn't ready, and there's like about a 10-foot space between the makeshift one and the actual baseball backstop. I don't know if they can go around it. I'm gonna guess no, but could be wrong. 1-2 count is fouled back again.
Good battle here. Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say probably not.
Just because the rules of I'm guessing they did the brown line to brown line, which kind of lines up with those. This ball 2. Good luck there by Reed. Crowd has gone a little quiet here at Winkin Sports Complex.
Locked in.
High and tight. That is ball 3. Reed again fighting at the count. Exactly what the Eagles need. That is a walk for Reed. A great at-bat after she was down 0-2. That is exactly what they needed.
It is what they needed for sure.
Rice with a great play in the at shortstop last inning. Now up.
Reed last year was 9 for 9 on stolen bases, and then she already has 2 more this year. So, I mean, this would be a good time to get a steal.
There's a ground ball to second. To short. And thrown off to second for the first out of the inning. With a fielder's choice by the shortstop. So Rice with a hard ground ball. Does beat it out, but nice play there by the shortstop. Marr for the first out of the inning. Second out of the inning. I apologize.
Should feel very good right now if you're the Eagles, bringing back up to the top of the lineup here in these late innings.
And
there she goes.
Rice is going, and that is a stolen base. Throw is wide, and Rice with a secure stolen base for the Eagles. There it is. You did call that they might send her.
Great opportunity now here for the Eagles.
That is high fly to the second baseman for the third out of the inning, and Rankin gets out of it again. And we are going to the top of the 6th inning here at Winkin Sports Complex with a 0-0 ball game. What a game to start off this doubleheader.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be right back at Winkin Sports Complex. We're back in the top of the 6th.
Starting off with Garber. 0 for 1. Ground at the second. I think this is the only lefty on there.
See if Johnson, how she attacks the lefty here. That is grounded right to the second baseman, Valinsky, and an easy play to first. One pitch, one out. The Eagles seem to be on a streak with that this game.
That's the third time. Nope, not the third time. Didn't do it last inning, but the third time this game.
Now at number 6, Hirsora Hashimoto, the designated hitter. See if the Bobcats can get going once again. One out. She looks at ball 1, just outside.
Over 1 with a strikeout swinging.
Called strike 1, 1-1. See if Hashimoto tries to bring Johnson to a long at bat here. Try to get the pitch count up a little bit. That is a changeup, swung and missed. That was nasty by Sky Johnson.
How does that not hurt your arm? Like, I know they go all the way around, but like they bring it back to like looks like a weird angle, like right there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then they bring it around.
And that is strike 3 for Johnson with another K.
5th K of the game.
And Emma Yen, the third baseman, is now up with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Johnson with just making it look easy today.
Only allowing 1 hit so far through 5 2/3.
That is hit hard to the slap to the third baseman, Grugar, but Grugar makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. And we'll be right back. Let's see if the Husson Eagles can make a little run and walk it off for the first game of the doubleheader.
5 1-2-3 innings in a row for Johnson.
Insanity. Rankin walks out slowly back to the circle, who has done just as good as a job as Johnson on the other side for the Bobcats.
2, 3, 4 coming up for the Eagles.
That is exactly who they want. Let's see if some magic can happen here on a Tuesday at Winkin Sports Complex. Tatiana Biambi, 3rd time up. Let's see if she can get something going. Base runners, base runners, base runners, what the Eagles need. I know Rankin does not want to allow 1.
This is the 3rd time they're seeing Rankin now this game. Hitters are.
Called strike 1 on the low inside corner.
Biambi over 2, the ground out to short and a foul popped up.
That is hit hard to deep right center, but Anderson with a great play near the warning track for the 1st out of the inning. Anderson with a great jump early, almost all the way back to the fence for the 1st out. Biambi was on that, though, for sure. You got the cleanup hitter. Sorry, the 3rd hitter, Pula McCabe, now up.
She got the first hit for the Eagles back in the 4th.
See if she can do it in the bottom of the 6th. Called strike 1.
A little single, got all the way to 3rd.
McCabe looks at that one low for ball 1. And that is ripped to deep left center. Way back, and gone! A walk-off for Bula McCabe. Thank you.
It's not a walk-off. It's only the 6.
They play 6?
They play 7. Still playing.
Still playing here. 1-0. Sorry, we're playing 7.
Oh.
Was the doubleheader last week not 6? I guess I'm losing my mind.
It's always 7 unless there's a run rule.
But that was crushed. We'll just go back. That was
yeah.
crushed to deep left center.
Oh.
Will McCabe with the ear. Yeah, thanks. And that is going to be an error for the fan in behind the home plate.
All outside.
That is called strike 2. Thank you, Colin Casey and Jed Lober, 2 outstanding football players, tracking that softball down in left center. That is grounded hard to third base, and that is good for the second out of the inning. Great play there by Emma Yen.
Brings up Tori Exel. Reached on a fielder's choice last inning and struck out back in the second.
See if Exel can create a little bigger lead here. That is ripped to through the shortstop and for a base hit. Exel continues her hitting streak. Great piece of hitting there to fight off the inside corner. Gary McLeod now up. Eagles with a little momentum here going.
Yeah, they're starting to get in the groove now.
That'll be a pinch runner number 23. Morgan Curtis coming to run for Exel.
Yep.
See if McLeod can push over Curtis. Curtis might be on the move here. And that's ripped to right center for another base hit.
Oh, yeah,
Right fielder made a good play to get that in quick. Husson hitters are finding a groove, like you said. Householder did get it in quick to hold Curtis at second, which is a great play, but still got into scoring position.
Walensky 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a pop out to second.
That's called strike 1. That is fouled off. Jason Tatum, now questionable for tomorrow. That's not good.
It's not good.
Just got my ESPN notification. Day to day. That is not a good sign for another team in green that I root for every game. 2 outs here. See if the Eagles can keep the momentum going to the 1-2 count. And the windup in the pitch, and that is fouled back. Let's see if this fan can make a play this time.
Sound like metal.
Our outstanding AD is on it. Payoff pitch. That is grounded right to third, and she tags the bag for the third out of the inning. Emma Yen with another great play at third. So we will go to the top of the 7th with a 1-run ball game after a Bula McCabe moonshot to left center field.
3 outs away.
I just got word that Sky Johnson, I had no idea, won Pitcher of the Week as of yesterday. So she's on a good route to win it 2 weeks in a row after this start. Number 9, Ella Marr, the shortstop, leading it off for the Bobcats in the top of the 7th. In the first game of this doubleheader here at Winkin Sports Complex. After a moonshot by Bull McCabe that put up the Eagles 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. That I said was a walk-off. That was not a walk-off. I got it mixed up. I thought baseball doubleheaders were 7 and softball was 6, so I apologize for that. That is a great pitch by Johnson. Looked like a
Johnson is actually named Pitcher of the Week for 3rd straight week.
3rd straight week, so it could be 4.
She's going for 4.
She is going for 4, it's right.
She's going for a month long.
Unreal season so far. That is just outside.
And I mean, this game is definitely helping her case. Only allowed 1 hit so far. She's only allowed.
That is called strike 2 on the outside corner. Great pitch there by Sky Johnson.
You know, she's only allowed 1 base runner all game.
That's crazy.
Not even like a walk or anything. It's just been
1 hitter so far. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
And that is blooped up to right field. And easy play there.
I might have just jinxed it. I would have been very upset.
It was close. It was close. It was close. Right fielder Kiara McLeod just didn't even have to move more than 2 steps.
Brings up Anderson now. 1 for 2 on the day. She's the only one that's gotten a hit for the Bobcats.
Right up the middle in the first inning, right?
Yeah.
Low fastball is called a ball. Anderson has made some great plays in center field today. Just missed that 1 diving play, too. That would have marked it all up, but it's been very sure-handed out there. That's fouled behind for 1-1.
No, Bobcats played very well. I mean, 1 pitch just got away from Rankin, and the Eagles made it count, obviously, put up the run. The almost walk-off.
Yeah, that's gonna be a joke for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you ain't living that one down.
No, I don't deserve to. That was bad. I don't deserve to. To be fair, I haven't done many softball games in a long time.
It's okay. You just came back from golfing.
Yeah, not good enough. And that is popped up to the second baseman, Valinsky. And that is for the second out of the inning. We are 1 out away from a 1-hitter, 1-0 win from Sky Johnson.
1 hitter, 1 base runner.
Glad she cannot hear me, because that would be a little bit of a jinx.
Yeah. We did not just say that.
Isabel Betancourt now up, who is probably the Bates'
Say their best hitter this
best hitter
season.
statistically. Reminder, we will be back for the doubleheader. It's supposed to be at 5 game start, but I'm going to guess they'll probably start a little early.
Yeah, by the time this game ends, probably be like a half hour, so probably be around 4:50,
4:45.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess they're going to try to beat the cold and daylight as much as possible so Bates can get back at a reasonable hour.
The clouds aren't looking too good either. Might get a shower, so hopefully they're going to try to beat that as well.
And Johnson, 1-1, big windup. There's the pitch, and that is swung and a miss, strike 2. We are 1 pitch away. And the corner moved in just a touch. Should have knocked anything down in the infield to avoid a base runner. Johnson with a little step around the diamond.
Johnson looking for strikeout number 6 to end the game here.
And got her! Strike 3!
And I mean, what a performance by Sky Johnson. That is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 innings in a row of 3 up, 3 down.
Just a heck of a game
6
by
strikeouts.
Sky Johnson.
6 strikeouts, 1 hit, only 1 base runner for the Bobcats. I mean, that's what you call a dominant performance.
Dominant performance. And Rick Roberts has to be so impressed knowing that he has her this year that has just been mowing people down. And without Danielle Masterson, who's been out due to injury last few games, I mean, they've had to look towards Anna Lang and Danielle and Sky Johnson to really pave the way for the Eagles, and that's what she just did. I mean, one hitter, can't really beat that. We'll be back in, he said, about 20, 30 minutes. So
Yeah, probably
thank
a half
you
hour.
for joining us, Ivan Tibbetts and Will Kavanaugh at Winkin Sports Complex in this middle of the doubleheader against Bates. We will be back soon. Thank you. And if you were just joining us, my name is Will Cavanaugh. I'm with Ivan Tibbetts for Game 2 of this softball action here at Winkin Sports Complex. Husson Eagles take on the University of Bates College of Lewiston, Maine. Bobcats just fighting off a 1-0 loss to the Eagles as Bula McCabe, the Husson catcher, who is now DHing today for the second game, hit a solo home run to deep left center field in the bottom of the sixth inning that I thought was a walk-off, by the way. It was not, but Sky Johnson with a heck of a ball game in the circle with a one-hitter. And
one base runner, 6 strikeouts.
Anna Lang, the other outstanding pitcher for the Eagles, as they have multiple, but this one, Anna Lang has a 2.05 ERA this year with an opponent batting average of 2.46. Just unreal again. She was NAC East All-Conference first team last year. And that is an early strikeout as she strikes out Emma Yen. Lang to a great start, and that has kind of been the usual as of today.
For the Bobcats, we're seeing pretty much the same lineup. Instead, now we're getting to see Kennedy, number 5, and then Miller's going to be batting, who was the flex in the last game. Was just playing second. I mean, it was a great pitching performance by both teams. Just Rankin was the one that blinked.
That is fouled off.
Husson took advantage of it.
Never mind the shortstop, Mar, who was outstanding in the field last past game.
0 for 3, though, last game. And try to turn that around this one. Check swing foul. Lang, the 0-2. Swung on a miss on the high heater.
That is 2 in a row.
2.
Just doing exactly what Sky Johnson did early and often. Just mowing down these Bobcat hitters with confidence.
Brings up Anderson, who was 1 for 2 in the game. Was the only hit for the Bobcats last game.
She was also great, outstanding in the outfield and center field. Tracked down a few high, tough fly balls towards the warning track. That is grounded to Ella Hosford, who got the start at second base for the second game and makes it look easy. Ella Hosford, who has only played a few games so far this year in the field, just makes a solid play to start.
Starting off with a 1-2-3 inning after the 6 in a row from the last game.
For the Bobcats on the mound, Haley Alden, a freshman from Manchester, New Hampshire, is a 4.54 ERA so far this year in 24 innings pitched. Let's see if she can really start getting a rhythm in their freshman campaign.
21 strikeouts as a freshman.
This is going to be a tough lineup for her to find that rhythm, but I think she can do it.
You know, not bad, though, out of the freshman. 2-2 out of 8 appearances. Can't be mad about that if you're the Bobcats. Showing some strong promise for a freshman.
Ooh. It's gone. Great song here. Our SID director, who has done a great job this year, Joe Swanson. Great music. Just like last game, Cameron King will lead off for the Eagles, who has been red hot in the plate and in the outfield. As of before first game, she is hitting .359 with 2 home runs this year.
Went 0 for 3 in the last game.
But I felt like that was kind of a norm for last game out of both teams.
Yeah, that was a pitching duel. It's basically who blinks first.
That is bunted foul. King with an early bunt try.
Didn't see too many bunts last game. I think we actually saw any of them.
See if Alden moves as fast as Rankin did. Seems like she does. little more of a crowd for Game 2 as the baseball boys made an appearance. Husson coming off a tough loss last night, 4-3 against Bowdoin, a non-conference opponent, but great fun under the lights last night.
In extra innings.
That is a high pop up to short left field, and the left fielder tracks it down easily. Sienna Petrosevich with the out.
This throws me off. It seemed like it was like a pop fly shortstop.
I know. Carried all the way up to left center. Short left center, but did get over the shortstop for sure.
Felt like we were playing baseball and just pop fly shortstop.
Lindsey Reed playing left field, DH last game. Another, I mentioned earlier, local product from Carmel, Maine. Also a NAC conference soccer player at Husson.
Moved up in the lineup from 8 to 2 now.
That is a hard ground ball to third, but Emma Yen, who has had 2 very solid games at third, just makes another play look easy for the second out.
We about to get another one? Another pitching duel?
Bula McCabe, who, as we mentioned, with a moonshot to win the Eagles the game, the go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 6th. Solo shot. Let's see if she can keep the streak going.
She has been on a tear.
That is called strike 1. She now has 3 home runs this year, if you add on that one.
Pretty sure her whole career, these are.
That is a blooped up to the right baseline and caught by the first baseman for the third out. That was Garber. So another quick first inning for the Eagles and the Bobcats as the pitchers working pretty quick, both of them. See if Anna Lang can stay hot after that first inning.
See 4, 5, 6 due up for the Bobcats.
Lang, who really can bring the heat from Gilman, Connecticut, only a sophomore. NAC Rookie of the Year and Pitcher of the Year last year. Just 8th all-time in Husson strikeouts in a year. Just unreal. I mean, 2024, she went 18-3, 1.25 ERA. So obviously, I mean, yeah, 2.05 ERA is not very good. I'm kidding. It's just unreal that how good of a career she started here at Husson. Looks to continue. Isabel Betancourt now up. From Peabody, Massachusetts. She plays first and catcher. She might be the best hitter on this Bates Bobcats team.
0 for 3 in the game last game.
That'll be a base hit to center field. Just by, there was a little bit of a shift on for the Husson Eagles as Ella Hosford, the second baseman, was pushed over a little more towards first and hit right through the shift.
Yeah. Well,
better start for Bobcats.
Yeah, I mean, first early hit. Now we see number 5, the number 5 hole come up, who was 0 for 2.
Number 7, Isabel Sienna Petrosevich, the left fielder.
It's kind of crazy. I'm looking back at the game, like,
and looks for bunt, but nothing there.
Sky Johnson really dominated. Some of these hitters only got 2 play appearances.
I know, that's crazy.
(2-0).
And that is hit high to center field and tracked down easily, and the throw back to first is in time. Safe is Betancourt to get back to first, but another good play there by Cameron King in center. Heads up play to try to get the out first too on the sack fly or on the fly ball. The first out of the inning. Grace Householter, the right fielder, now up. She is DH in this game instead of she played right field last game. That is fouled off into the stands. Strike number 1. I think the windup in the pitch. That is swung on a miss. Blew a fastball right by her. Strike number 2. Lang did not seem to lose any confidence after that base hit.
Oh, no.
She is attacking the next two hitters
Great bounce
viciously.
back.
That is a high fastball blown by, swing and a miss
Number 3 now.
for strike 3. 2 outs now. Sophie Garber, the first baseman. Lefty. 2 outs with a runner on.
Mullen. Garber 0 for 2 in the game. Had 2
That's
groundouts
fouled
second.
hard left baseline.
Lang looking very good in these early innings.
Wind up. A little bit of a shorter wind up compared to Sky Johnson. Not by much, just a little bit. That is strike 2. Wind up. And the pitch. A little bit of a waste pitch. See if they can get a chase. That'll be ball 3. Great at bat here to get back into it.
Works to a full count.
Garber working a full count like Mr. Tibbetts said. And that is a ground ball. Base hit. That is the second base hit of the inning. Great piece of hitting there, just under the glove of Lydia Rice on the diving play. 2 ducks on the pond now for the Bobcats.
Much needed for the Bobcats to...
Emily Kennedy, who did not appear in the last game, if I'm correct.
Yeah, no, she did not. Coming into the year, she's batting 118 with a double and a triple with an RBIs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. She gets on base, though, with a .318 on-base percentage. A sophomore. 1-1. Taking low for a ball. Lang sets, fires. Fouled that one off.
See if Anna Lang can fight this adversity a little bit after 2 hits. A couple good at-bats here by the Bobcats to really get the pitch count up a little bit. Another payoff pitch on the way. That is fouled hard towards the Bates dugout. Nice fight there by Kennedy.
First base coach didn't even budge.
I know, that was pretty impressive. And another payoff pitch.
Another 3-2 count.
Just great approach here by the Bates hitter so far this game. Really working the count. Compared to last game, I think they were swinging a little early in counts. Oh, just misses inside for ball 4. That is bases loaded here for the Bobcats.
Bringing up the top of the lineup now.
No, Maddie Miller now up, number 14.
Just played in the field last game. Didn't get to see her hit. That's 176 on the year. Double, 5 RBIs. Big spot for her.
It's called strike 1. Swing and a miss.
So far, she has started all but 1 game this year as a freshman.
From Norway, Maine. I'm guessing an Oxford Hills product. unreal softball and baseball systems in Oxford Hills area. It's grounded hard down the first baseline, foul. There's been so many good baseball and softball players coming out of that area for a long time. 1-2 count here with 2 outs for Lang. It is a ball up.
Yeah, they have a much stronger approach.
I agree. Bobcats hitters have not attacked that high strike 3 as much this game so far.
Very, very patient.
That is strike 3. Lang gets out of it. I know she's probably a little frustrated, but that is a great finish to that inning.
4th strikeout of the game.
That's how you stay confident and stay within. So 3 runners left on base for the Bobcats and 2 hits, but great fight there by Anna Lang. What can we see from the Husson hitters now?
I mean, new pitcher coming off. You kind of want to be aggressive. I mean, you don't really want to go into another game where you get your hits late into the game. So I feel like we got to see more aggression out of the Husson hitters. As we're going to see Gregor, Exel, McLeod, Tainter, Hosford, and Rice. I mean, they need to take advantage of this and
see if Alden can stay confident and poised now. Got through a first inning pretty easily, so that'll always calm the nerves down a little bit.
Definitely, especially against a strong Eagles lineup.
Third baseman Gregor leading us off, as we know. Julia, very excellent hitter from Lyman, Maine, grad student. Lead off the bottom of the second here at Winkin Sports Complex on the turf. Wind up in the pitch. That is called strike 1. Lights are on here, but it's not very dark yet. Alden working very, very quickly. That is called on the inside corner, strike 2. 1-2 now to Gregor. Payoff pitch by Alden. That is riffed hard through the shortstop for a base hit. Under the glove of number 9, Marr. Hard hit ball. Way to fight off a 1-2 pitch. Great piece of hitting for a very talented hitter.
Second hit of the series for her. Had one in the last game.
Now, Exel, who, like Ivan has said, has just been on a tear lately. That is hit hard to the shortstop. Double play is in play. Exel gets the first. Fielder's choice. 6-4. But couldn't get the 6-4-3. So only one out. Exel on the fielder's choice. See if McLeod can push Exel into scoring position.
McLeod reached on a walk in a singles. She was 1 for 2 last game.
Great at bats, too. That is swung on a mixed by Alden. A little bloop up to the right fielder. And runs on and makes the play easily is Emily Kennedy, who did not play last game. So good at bat early in the first inning and a good play on right field. That calms the nerves down a little bit. So 2 outs here.
Here's up Tainter.
And this is Morgan Tainter, who did not play last game, catching today from Gilman, Connecticut. She plays infield and catches.
Batting 200 on the year, 2 strikeouts.
Very, very solid behind the plate.
Yeah, 54 putouts, 5 assists.
See if Tanner can make something happen here for the Eagles early. Wind up in the pitch. That is swung on and missed. That was a big swing by Tanner.
Eagles seem to be a lot more aggressive this game.
So far, for sure, I agree.
Definitely want.
Kind of the opposite approach of the Bates Bobcats. They probably were thinking. That is a hard foul ball down the right line, but that is foul. Good bat on ball contact, though, for that one. Caught up to that one pretty easily. See if Alden goes with a off speed here after Tanner caught up with the fastball that time.
Very likely.
She went back to the fastball, and that is low. Good look there by the catcher. Full count. Good at bat. Really good at bat to show Rick Roberts the confidence you have at the plate. And that is jacked to left center, right center, way back. Gone! Morgan Taylor with a 2-run shot to right center field. She says, thank you, thank you.
Second home run of the... Second home run in 2 games.
Long rip and a great at-bat by Tanner on a 3-2 count. Pounds one to right center for the 2-run shot.
Was that a walk-off?
It was not. Ella Hosford, the second baseman and lefty, gets the start today.
First time we're seeing her. She's kind of a slap hitter.
She could see a little slap bunt here from the left side of the plate.
Starts so far back and runs up.
Don't see that as much anymore. Ball 2.
Only see it out of lefties.
Good so far. If we can get Hosford on base, well, momentum will continue. Let's see if Alden can fight through the adversity a little bit. That is strike 1.
3-0.
Hosford thought it was ball 4, but well, at the chest, strike 1.
0 for 6 on the year. Trying to get that first hit. But
That'll be ball 4. Good at bat for Hosford to get on base. Now the shortstop, Rice, who has been very good with a bat in her hands as of late. See if they can keep the momentum going. Hosford, who is a threat to steal on the base paths.
0 for 2 reached on the fielder's choice last game.
And that is popped up back towards the catcher. Let's see if the catcher can make a play. And she does. Nice play there by Isabel Betancourt to end the inning. But with a runner left on base, the Eagles do have a 2-run shot by Morgan Tanner, the catcher. And just absolutely great piece hitting on a 3-2 count. See if the Bobcats can come back with a punch of their own. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And leading off for the Bobcats,
Top of the order.
Yen, the other lefty. After a very solid finish to the last half inning, we'll see if Hana Yang can get a little more confidence knowing that she has a little runs behind her. That's fouled off. Somebody better call Portland Glass on that one. Almost took off the booth.
Yeah, it was very good by Anna to work out of a bases loaded jam last inning.
And that is hit to Lydia Rice at short and throws hard for the first out of the inning. kind of a slow ground ball, so she had to charge and make a tough throw to a lefty who has speed and made the play look easy.
Mar over 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game.
And Anna Lang looks like she has a little pip to her step, so that's a good sign for the Eagles.
A little pip in her step.
Strike one. That's fouled back right at Ivan and I, and lands on top of the roof. Ivan, why didn't you catch that?
Tried. Good dive, would have had it.
It was a quick 0-2 count.
Good dive, would have had it.
And that is hit. Short left side. Kangarar, almost runs onto the foul ball to make the play, just under the glove. Good try there by the third baseman.
That is some distance to cover. 0-2, a little bloop over the short.
And that'll count as a hit. Anything will count for a blooper hit there. And Lamar with a good piece of hitting to get on base for the Bobcats. Anderson now up.
You're the Bobcats. You are pretty happy with how this game's going so far after being 1 hit last game. Getting 3 hits now already in the game.
That is hit hard down the right line, but that is foul.
Now it's just about the runs. Can you get runs to answer back?
On 1 count here to Anderson. Fouled off. Mar did take a little bigger of a jump that time. See if Coach Kat McKay decides to send her or not.
Has not been thrown out yet.
That is strike 3. Anna Lang with a great pitch to get Anderson swinging. That is
5th
2
K of the
down.
game right there.
Isabel Betancourt, the catcher, up for the 2nd time. Another big jump. Tanner looks over but does not make the throw.
Had to make me do a double take, though. She ran off.
That is hit hard to deep right field. And to the warning track is McLeod to make the out. McLeod made that look easy, got under it quick in deep right field. That's ends the inning for Anna Lang, who got out of that first jam and has been looked good ever since. And that out of the bottom of the 3rd. See if...
Sad day here in the booth. My pen just died.
Oh, no. Is that a new pitcher? It is for the Bobcats. The sophomore, Isabella Albro.
You can borrow my pen.
She has a 6.25 ERA for her career with 97 innings pitched. Leading off for the Eagles will be the top of the order, King. We are back at Winkin Sports Complex. I'm Will Cavanaugh with Ivan Tibbetts after the 3rd inning, bottom of the 3rd of our doubleheader here. Cameron King, the leadoff hitter for the Eagles, will take on Isabella Albro. Albro just in pitching as Alden, the freshman. Did a good job, I thought. Gave up the home run, but besides that, did a good job.
Well, for a freshman, it's not terrible.
Probably saving her for the weekend. I'm guessing they got conference games coming up. This ball inside.
Coming up, they have a doubleheader at Babson.
Yep.
I assume that's a conference game. I don't really know too much about the NESCAC. More of a North Atlantic Conference guy. One count.
Called low, ball 2 to King.
Oh for 1 in the game with a fly out left.
King from Corinna, Maine. Played 33 games last year as a freshman. Had 13 RBIs and 25 stolen bases.
3-1 count.
And that is a walk for King, who is very scary on the base paths.
5-pitch walk.
Not the start all bro wanted, but we will see if she can fight this. Getting out in Lindsay Reed. Probably looking for a little ground ball here, double play ball. Especially with King, who can run.
Got to cut off the bottom half of the zone here.
There's the bunt, and King is on the move and has stolen second base. That is her 14th stolen base, if I am correct, this year. On pace to break her record last year, has done 25. Strike 1 to lead to Reed, but now has a duck on the pond in scoring position. Looks to bunt again. King dances between second and third, but goes back. Another big jump. Wind up and the pitch. And under the
That's going to be
feet.
a wild pitch.
And
And she's heading
King
home.
from second all the way to home. Gets all the way to home on a pass ball. What a play by Cameron King for the third run of the ball game.
I guess that's a little bit of a perk of playing on a baseball field now. One ball like that gets away, that's like first to third.
Wow.
You saw second to home.
She got a big jump there between second and third and saw the pass ball and went headfirst into home for the third run of the game. Reed now with a 2-2 count, no runners on, no outs. Ball 3, another full count.
Very patient at-bats here by the Eagles this inning.
And that is grounded to the shortstop, Mar. Mar makes the easy play. Throw out the first for the first out of the inning.
Good bounce back there. Oh, yeah, dance it off.
Full McCabe up again.
Dance off that walk-off.
Ouch. Ivan is not going to let me live that down. I can already tell.
No.
Ball 1 to McCabe.
Not for today, at least. We'll let you hear it for the rest of the
That is,
day.
again, Namar at short, and she makes the same exact play 2 plays in a row for the second out. Julia Gregar now up. Strike 1 to the third baseman. I don't think I could do no batting gloves today.
No,
On a chilly day.
No bang gloves in
Tough
general.
play for the third, Emma Yen, but she does make the play. 3 outs for the Bobcats as the shortstop, Mar and Yen, make 3 good plays in a row.
Great bounce back.
And now the Eagles move to the top of the fourth, back on the mound, will be Anna Lang. Quick warm-up for the Eagles as number 7, Sienna Petrusevich, will lead off the inning for the Bobcats.
You know, our boss, he could be, good colleague of ours. He could be in Florida right now, enjoying the nice weather. Still trying to keep us all in line. There's, of course, Zach Mills that we're talking about.
Got me through a few classes at Husson. Petrusevich with a good look on the outside corner for ball 1.
It's usually the official score.
That is fouled to right. Let's see if Exel can make a play. And she does, but the falls off her glove for a foul ball. Oh, Exel will be frustrated with herself for not hanging on to that, but that was not an easy play.
Thank you, Zach.
That is called strike 2 on the outside corner.
Oh for 1 on the game. Had a fly out to center.
And that is ripped down the left field line, but foul. That was hit hard, though. Like Vladdy Guerrero's 102 hit ball last night. That is a high pop-up. Third baseman Gruar does make the play that time on the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 1. House Holter, the DH, now up with 1 out, nobody on.
0 for 1 on the day with the K.
She played right field last game. Moved to DH. And it's fouled off hard. Out of play. Strike 2. 0-2 count here. 1 down for the Bobcats. The top of the 4th inning. Anna Lang look for a put out here. And just misses up for ball 1. Little bit of a throwaway pitch. See if they can get a chase. And that is swung on. Strike 3. Anna Lang with another strikeout to her name.
6 of them in the game now.
6 on the game, and that is now 62 overall this season.
Whew.
That's fouled off the lefty, Labor. Garber.
Had a single in her last at bat.
That is ripped to Ella Hosford at second, but Ella Hosford makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning.
1, 2, 3. Go the Bobcats.
We will head to the bottom of the fourth with Isabella Albro back on the mound for the Bobcats. I think we're going to have the fifth hitter, Exel, leading us off, and then Kiara McLeod and Morgan Tanner, who hit a 2-run bomb a few innings ago. Now Ivan is singing here on the Husson broadcast.
Oh, yeah, I'm a country fan.
Tori Exel, first baseman, going against Albro.
Reached on a fielder's choice her last at bat. And then came around to score.
There's the lineup and the pitch to Exel, and off of Albro's foot, right to the second baseman. Second baseman still makes the play. Great play there to stay with the play is Maddie Miller.
Yeah,
Albro seems to be all right with the ball right off her left foot.
1-4-3, they would score that.
But she does seem all right. So, nice play there for 1 out in this inning. Karen McLeod now up.
Quick stop by the right second baseman as she was heading to her left and had her instantly stop and turn to her left or right.
Karen McLeod playing right field, now up. Has had a great couple at bats these last 2 games. Called ball 2. Cloud early and often ahead of the count. That is swung on and missed. Looked like a low fastball from Albro. Still a hitter's count here from McLeod. Ball just inside, 3-1.
She played 39 games last season, McLeod did. Workhorse.
That is jabbed back to the pitcher, under the pitcher's glove, second baseman. But McLeod, the speed, gets the first. That might go down as an infield single. I'm not totally positive, but
I think they might put that down as an error.
it would be an error on the pitcher or an infield single. Morgan Tanner can do exactly what she did last time up with a runner on.
Take a look at the live stats here. Let's see what they scored that.
That is ball 1.
We'll look at what the official scorer ruled that play.
That is ripped back to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. Albro made it easy, but Tanner did move McLeod to second base. Now Ella Hosford has a chance with a duck on the pond.
Be big to score this run. Add some more insurance.
They have brought in their second baseman, third baseman, and first baseman up.
They did call McLeod's hit a single. Thought that
It's
might
called
have been
strike
an error.
1. Whole infield is up towards next to the pitcher, looking for a slap bunt. Hosford can just get one over the second baseman. Easy base hit. 0-2 count early.
She's still seeking for her first hit of the season. Be a perfect time to have it happen right now.
And the ball gets away. McLeod moves to third, standing out. Now Hosford's got a runner on third with 2 outs.
Now this is the biggest, really big at bat now. Get some more insurance in for Anna.
See if Albro can get through this inning again. And Hosford looks at strike 3 called for the third out of the inning. Albro gets out of it with no blood. We will take a quick break as we go into the top of the 5th for the Bobcats.
a walk-off.
Emily Kennedy up for the second time. Second time? Second time.
Yeah, second time.
Against Anna Lang.
Reached on a walk last inning.
Strike one.
Looks like Husson's got a new catcher, number 23 now. Morgan Curtis behind the dish.
So we went from Morgan Tanner to Morgan Curtis behind the dish. And that is ripped up the middle for a base hit. Emily Kennedy, who did not play last game, has a second great at bat of this game.
Earned a walk in the first one. Reached on a single now in this one. 1-for-1.
Now Maddie Miller, second baseman.
Struck out swinging her last at bat.
And looks for bunt, but no good. Strike one.
Dice.
See if they send Kennedy. Try to get something going here. Lang. Looks spun again and does get it down. Gagor makes it look easy. Hosford with a nice stretch. Came from second, makes a play. And great, well done by the Eagles to getting out there, but Bobcats did push Kennedy to second base. With the top of the order, Emma Yen now up.
Yeah, 0-for-2.
Looks at strike one.
Fifth inning.
So maybe not as dominant as Sky Johnson was, but just as efficient as Anna Lang has been.
She has gotten herself into a couple of jams sometimes, but she's able to work out of it. Just remember that I was also doing the bases for you guys watching. Totally forgot. We're in the fifth inning. Not a good look.
That is fouled off over the Husson dugout for strike two. 1-2 count. One out. Man on second. Lang with the windup and the pitch. That is strike three. That was nasty by Anna Lang.
That's number 7 now in the game?
7 Ks for Lang.
6-7, yeah. 7. 7.
Lamar
Lucky
up
that
now, the shortstop. See if she can get this a rally going. Maybe a run scored.
Takes ball 1.
That is swung on and missed. 1-1 count now. And that is ripped. Ella Hosford with a diving play and got her at first. What a play by Hosford at second. A diving stop in the first and second hole. Heck of a play there to end the inning for the Eagles. And we go to the bottom of the fifth here at Winkin Sports Complex in our second game of this non-conference doubleheader. We will be right back. And we are back here in the bottom of the fifth inning at Winkin Sports Complex. Lydia Rice, the shortstop, looks to lead off this half inning against Isabella Albro, who has done a great job since she's come in. And it's called ball one low to the Winthrop grad.
limited the Eagles since she's been out. Ball in the dirt, skips away.
Ball 2. Third pitch of this at bat. Swung on and fouled off by Rice. Strike 1. Still a hitter's count here. See if Rice can get on base for the Eagles as the top of the order looks to come up. That is low. Ball 1. Now 3-1. Eagles have now 16-9 on the year. Pretty solid. Look to get to 17-9. That is ball 4. There's the base runner they wanted. As Cameron King, the leadoff hitter for the Eagles, walks up to the plate.
Yeah, they're 15-9, and only 2 of those games has been in conference games. So
2 speedy base runner at the plate and a speedy base runner on the base paths right now.
takes off.
And the bunt is fouled off, and Rice did go, but fouled off, so she comes back.
Get a little sack bunt, get a runner in scoring position.
And that is grounded third. Double play is there. Out at second with a slide by Rice. The play is made. Great play there by Emma Lynn at third base, and a good hands there by the second baseman in Maddie Miller for the first out. So they did get the force out at second. Could not turn 2, but that does eliminate the runner at second.
Rice made a close play there at second.
With Lindsey Reed now up.
And King's running. Ooh.
And they call King out, which I cannot believe that King just got thrown out. What a throw by the catcher, Isabel Betancourt. What a throw for the second out of the inning. That does destroy some momentum.
Yeah, that's a big swing in momentum there for the Bobcats. They can take this into the...
2 base runners eliminated on 2 great plays.
Yeah.
Reed looks at ball 2. One way to kill some momentum is throwing somebody else trying to steal. And Cameron King is one of the fastest on Husson, so that was very impressive. It is now 3-0 to Reed.
Yeah, she had that. That was a perfect throw. Couldn't get any prettier than that. Put it right into the glove on the ground, so just easy swipe of the tag. Ball 4 there, takes a walk.
4-pitch walk as Albro is kind of getting in a rhythm. Not the person she wants to see after a walk, Bula McCabe.
Homered in the game last game. In the 6th inning. Some of us may have thought it was a walk-off.
That's fouled off.
Not going to name drop.
Towards Newman Gymnasium. For strike 1.
No, I'm just teasing you, buddy.
Okay.
Great moment.
And Bula McCabe rips it to second base. Maddie Miller makes it look easy and throws for the out at second to first for the third out of the inning as we go to the
And to the top of the 6th.
top of the 6th here in the second game of this doubleheader. Looks like Anna Lang will continue on the mound her scoreless ball game. As Zaira Anderson will lead off for the Bobcats in the top of the 6th.
Why does this thing say 3-1 count? Clean that up. Hannah Lang looking very, very good so far. Has settled in after that rough inning in the second. His first pitch is there, taken for a strike.
Lang taking a little breather.
Anderson's 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a strikeout. She fouls that one away. Strike 2.
Oh, 2 here to Anderson. See if she can get the Bobcats bats going. And that is popped up back towards the pitcher. Lang calls it. And for the first out of the inning.
One-man crew right now. Brings up Betancourt, who singled back in the second, got all the way to third, but was held up in that jam.
And that is a base hit by Betancourt under the glove of Lydia Rice at shortstop.
Puts her now on 2 for 3.
Betancourt's had herself a game. See if we'll get a little ground ball kind of pitching here. See if they can get a double play. Sananovich up again. And that is jacked to center field. King all the way back. And makes the play and makes a throw back to first to try to tag up the runner, but does not get there in time. So that is 2 outs. Good piece of hitting, but still right to another glove.
Tried to fool him with the bunt and then try to slap one out, but it was just unfortunately right to the center fielder.
And that is by
Back it's away.
Morgan Curtis all the way down the third baseman. Third baseman, Rugar, makes the
third.
throw, and it looks like he got her.
Oh.
She is called safe,
Oh.
is Isabel Betancourt, but a great play by Julie Gregar to try to make the play all the way off a pass ball. Gregar made the play and made a throw to the shortstop Lydia Race, and they almost got the out. But great piece of running and great heads-up play there.
The downfall of not being at your own softball field.
Yep. So now we got a runner in scoring position for the Bobcats out of nowhere.
Takes a strike.
Number 13, Grace Householter. This could be a big, big at-bat for the Bobcats.
Got to put her on third. Forgot to put her on first and second and third.
That is fouled off. 1-2 count now to Householder.
Sorry for you fans at home there. Keep forgetting to put runners on the bases for you. But we do have a runner on third here.
That is high. Ball 2. 2-2 count. That is fouled off. Good fight here. And the payoff pitch. A little adversity here. Nothing going. Ball 3. Full count. Great at bat here by Householder to try to get the Bobcats moving along.
Big pitch here.
That is ball 4. The tying run is walking to the plate. Sophie Garber. See if Anna Lang can get out of this little trouble.
Oh.
With a runner on first and third. And let's also see if Householder is sent.
Runner on first. Yeah. Ball high. Really just need to take a second, settle back in. All you need is one. Just get out of this jam. Great pitch there.
One count for Anna Lang. Trying to get out of this inning. That is called strike 2 on the bottom corner. Great pitch. Great spot. Line up in the pitch. And got her, strike 3. Lang gets out of it with no blood once again. 2 runners left on base.
8 strikeouts now for Lang.
And the Eagles go to the bottom of the 6th, up 3-0. We will be right back at the bottom of the 6th. We're back in the bottom half of the 6th of the second game of this doubleheader between the Bates Bobcats and the Husson University Eagles. Julie Gregoire leads it off for the Eagles. Let's see if they can get a little more insurance on a 3-0 lead. 1 inning to go. That is fouled hard down the right baseline and foul. Thank you.
1 count.
It is looked at. For ball 1. 1-1 count here to Gregoire. That is hit to the shortstop. Marr makes the play look easy for out number 1.
It's good walk-ups. Brings up Exel, who's reached on a fielder's choice, scored back in the 2nd, and grounded out pitcher to 2nd to 1st, back in the 5th.
That's fouled hard out of play. Well, 1 count to Exel. It's looked at for ball 1. Over with the pitch, and Exel looks at ball 2.
2-1 count.
And ball 3 looks like they do not want to give Exel a pitch to hit so far in this at-bat.
I wouldn't either. Really just want to try to get a quick inning. Go into the 7th.
And that is ripped right to the second baseman, Matty Miller. Didn't even have to move for out number 2. Hard hit ball.
Not that quick. Matty Miller.
Hard hit ball for out number 2. Kiara McLeod up with 2 outs.
Ball outside there. 1-0.
Ball 2 to McLeod. Lined up in the pitch. 3-0 count. McLeod is ahead. Albert does not want to get a base runner with 2 outs after a great inning so far. There's the strike 1.
Big inning here for the Eagles.
All four, McLeod with a 2-out walk. Albro did not want to see that, but
See Morgan Curtis for the first time.
who took over from Morgan Tanner.
She's batting currently on the year. She's 2 for 14, batting 143 with a double, 2 RBIs, 6 strikeouts.
See if she can get her chance and show something here with a runner on.
The junior has a 1 career home run as an Eagle. Batting 283 on her career, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 14 RBIs. Very solid defender as well. Just 10 putouts, 10 assists.
Swung on a miss. 1-1 count now. That is ripped foul ball. One-two count. Morgan Curtis from New Gloucester, Maine. Here's the payoff pitch. That is fouled off again. Nice fight here. Have to wait for a new softball, as there's been about 10 fouled off behind us.
They can go anywhere here.
Wind up, and another payoff pitch to Curtis. That is looked at for ball 2. Got the count back to even.
Back to even, good fight. Really want to kind of hopefully try to push this run in from first. Get that one more insurance run for Hannah.
And that hits the batter. Curtis makes her way to first with
Welcome to the game.
a hit by pitch. And we have a pinch hitter, Tatiana Biambi, who usually starts. Gets the at bat here.
Biambi last game
Runs on.
went 0 for 3 with a ground out, fly out, and a pop out.
She had 2 hit balls, pretty hit hard, just right to people. This is called strike 1.
Strike there. Be big to get this run across.
Called strike 2. Quick 0-2 count. Albro on Biambi. And that is grounded short to the third base and foul.
Biambi steps in. You're ready for the 0-2. 2 away here. Big jam to get out of here if you're the Bobcats. She takes that one low for a ball.
Trying to battle back here against Albro. Biambi from Gorham, Maine. Senior, career .314 hitter. Sorry, 2025, she's hitting .314. My apologies.
219 career hitter. Still not bad.
She has pitched before. Has not pitched a lot, but she has. When they need her to. 2-2 count. Battling back the count back to even. Payoff pitch, and that is a full count.
Full count. Wow. Be big to get the bases loaded. Steps in for the full count.
That is ball 4. Great at bat after down 0-2. Biombi gets on base. And Lydia Rice has bases loaded.
From what looked like was going to be a quick inning, as the first 2 batters of the inning went down, we've seen a walk, a hit by pitch, and another walk.
Looks like we could get a pitching change.
And you just got to go out there, tell her to settle down. I mean, you had 2 early quick outs, so this might just be like a settle you down type of meeting.
Yeah, it could be, for sure.
So all you need is 1 just to get out of this jam. Brings up Rice, who is 0 for 1 on the day. Has a walk.
Bro will stay out there with bases loaded.
Yeah, it's just one of those get me over, take a break, slow down type of meetings right there.
That is in.
First pitch for a strike.
For strike 1 to Lydia Rice.
Really want to push her at least 1 or 2 of these runs.
That is ripped for a base hit back up the middle. Anderson fields it.
Comes 1.
But they do send Curtis. That's 2 runs. Biombi's running. And safe at home. 3-run long single for Lydia Rice. Rice does make her way all the way to third, but that'll be a fielder's choice single. 3 RBIs for Rice.
Huge at-bat right there by Rice.
It is now 6-0 Husson Eagles.
Great heads up, though, too, by Biombi to notice that
The ball went by.
Yeah, no one was covering home either.
Great piece of running by Biombi is right. Now, Cameron King, the leadoff hitter, has a runner in scoring position.
Got on by a fielder's choice last inning, then was caught stealing.
Seems like Rick Roberts has the double leadoff with Lydia Rice right now. That is a pop-up to right field and caught for the 3rd out. But with a runner left on base, a 3-run RBI by Lydia Rice to give the Eagles a 6-0 advantage going into the top of the 7th, which could be the final straw.
3 outs away.
Anna Lang trots out to the circle to finish the game.
She's going to be facing 8, 9, and 1.
Kennedy, Miller, and Yen. Again, thank you for joining us today at Winkin Sports Complex. I am Will Kavanaugh, and with Ivan Tibbetts.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is what I say.
It's a great saying. You always got to do it in 2s. Thank you. Thank you.
A 1 warm-up pitch for Anna Lang, as it looks like she is ready to go, which could be the final straw, like I mentioned, for the Bobcats.
This is the final showdown right here. Kennedy, Miller.
Solid game so far for Kennedy.
Reached on a walk and a single.
Lang looks to get out of this game.
First pitch taken there for a ball.
And ball inside for ball 2. Just missed. 2-0 count. The quick 3-0 count here to Kennedy. See if Anna Lang can get out of this. She didn't miss bad. Just missed both 2 of the 3 pitches there. Just missed the zone, but
You really don't want to see that, though. You really just want to attack these hitters now. You're up 6-0.
it's called strike 1. So
Don't need to
3-1.
Play around.
See if Lang can come back in this at bat. And that is ripped to third base. Gregar gets a glove on it, but can't make the play. And Rice, from almost left field, almost makes the play off the glove of Gregar. but that will go down as a base hit for sure for Emily Kennedy.
Yeah, that's a hard play there for the third baseman.
Vergara almost made a heck of a play. Oh, a little life for the Bates Bobcats. Maddie Miller now up.
Take strike one. Sack bunt back in the fifth to advance a runner to second, but struck out in the second. Not a bad day. And here she squares around again. Fouls that one off.
Foul ball.
Falls down 0-2.
Quick 0-2 to Miller. Like with the windup in the pitch. High. Good snag by Morgan Curtis there. That could have been an easy base for Kennedy.
Yeah, you really got to hold her at first. Don't let her run.
Wind up and pitch. And that is a good look by Miller for ball two. Good fight here. Trying to keep the Bobcats alive. Just misses inside. That is now a full count.
Good battle here from Miller.
Great battle. Great battle. They need base runners, base runners, base runners. The payoff pitch, and that is called ball four. We have the top of the lineup coming up, and Emma Yen, who is due up with 2 runners on base.
Yeah, 0 for 3, has 2 Ks and a ground out.
And Anna Lang is getting a look from Coach Rick Roberts. Maybe wanted to see how she could go the last inning, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is going to be just like what the Bobcats did. Come out, slow your pitcher down. Just tell her stop. You don't have to play around with the strike zone. Just attack hitters.
He trusts her. He told her. I'm going to guess, just like you said, attack the strike zone. Give you one more chance, one more batter, see how she does. And then we'll move along if needed.
Oh, yeah, it's just you got to tell her just attack the strike zone. You're up. We have 6 runs on them. I mean, just got to attack and
let the defense make some plays.
Yeah, exactly.
2 runners on.
At least that's what I would say.
For Emma Yen. And the bunt is shown, ball 1. Not very surprising there, the lefty, with down 6 runs, trying to make something happen. See if Yen looks for it again. Gugar has made her way in, the third baseman. And rips one to left field, but looks like it's right at Tatiana Biambi. I lied. That is Lindsay Reed out there. Biambi played earlier. Lindsay Reed with a great play in left. But a hard hit ball there by Emma Yen. Number 9.
Looks like the mound visit might have worked.
Ella Mar. 1 down now. 2 runners on.
Mars 1 for 2 on the day.
Good
Strike
frame.
out and ground out. And a single back in the third.
Good frame there by Curtis for strike 1. 6 o'clock here Eastern time. Called strike 2. Got her to chase a little bit. Quick 0-2 down for Mar. Anna Lang looks like she might be back in her rhythm. Just need that mound visit. Sometimes all you need. Just a little confidence. And almost gets Mar to chase, but she holds back for ball 1. Payoff pitch. And that is fouled. Watch out. Whoa.
Heads up. Looks down.
Happy look out. That is called strike 3. The Anna Lang goes back to the high fastball for out number 2 in the top of the 7th inning.
Nine strikeouts for Anna.
Very solid from Anna Lang. And Anderson gets one more crack at Anna Lang.
Bobcats down to their final out.
Just inside ball 1. see if the Bobcats can pull off a miracle here at Winkins Sports Complex. And that is hit. Second baseman Hosford. Toss it over to second, and the game is over. The Eagles sweep the doubleheader of the Bates Bobcats in a non-conference doubleheader. Ivan Tibbetts, what did we see today from the Eagles?
We saw their bats come alive here in the second game. I mean, great pitching duel in the first one, but the bats started waking up here for the Eagles, and they made it pay, tallying 6 runs off a home run. Great day for the Eagles.
2-0 on the baseball diamond as the baseball team looks to go move the fence for the baseball team. Glad they got to play, especially after the field being unplayable up a couple hundred feet away. So great 2 wins for the Eagles.
Yeah, next time we will see the Eagles is April 24th.
At USM.
We'll be going to USM for a doubleheader.
So another non-conference doubleheader, but hey, those are some great wins. So the Eagles are now up to 17-9 as Bates falls to 14-12.
Won't see the Eagles back home, or the softball team back home, till April 26th, where they're taking on Umpy. Conference doubleheader there.
Hopefully the field will be good by then. It looks like the weather should be good the rest of the week. So I am Will Kavanaugh. This is Ivan Tibbetts and Husson Production. Thank you for joining us today. Have a good one. Go Eagles.